After program, we can edit the playback if needed. For example, I have 3 playbacks here, and the playback 3 is running like that. If we want to edit it, we can press the key Edit Playback and select number 3 here. Now, there are 3 cues listed here. They have been aligned on the faders here. We can fade in the fader to find what it is. For example, now, I want to modify the Q2. Then, we should select those features. For example, the group of features. And we can change the scene like, for example, I'm changing like that. Change color. When finished, we have to select the Q2 and select Save Step. Then select Override Step. Then Exit Clear. When I fade it in again, the new cue has been updated. If we want to add in something new to the cue, we should select different features. For example, the third cue is one like that. I want to add in the part nights. Then we can select the part nights and locate the part night and set the scene. For example, the green color. After that, we can select Q3 and press Save Step and select Merge Step. Then clear. We can fade in the Q3 and see the LED path had been added in the Q3. So now, the playback 3 is one like that. Besides, if we want to add a new cue between 2 cues, for example, edit playback, still the third playback, I want to add in a new cue between 1 and 2. Then I can select the features, for example, the group of features, and set the scene, for example here, with a color. Then I should select the second step, then press Insert Step. And now we can see a new cue shows step number 1.5 here. Of course, if we want to delete one of cues, we can select the step For example, this one, then remove that. After finish edit, we can press renumber to reorder the step number. When finished, we can clear and exit. And now we can have a look the new playback. It's one like that.